Today, we're going over another ancient Pascal card, but again, another play that might actually make some sense if you're into spec mining. This is a Manly Gallardo GTX 1060 6GB. This card was released 7 years ago, and although that's a long time for anything tech-related, it's actually holding up pretty well in terms of performance. It's not going to compare to a modern GPU, but you know, we're getting like 50 to 60% of the efficiency of a modern GPU a lot of the time, and that's pretty impressive. So anyway, you know the formatting, you know the deal. Let's go ahead and go through all of the results. You will see a couple of areas in here where there's an error. Why that's here? This is just the P106100 sheet, and I didn't test a few of the configurations because this card, by and large, is a P106100, and it behaves very, very similarly. There are a couple of differences, though, namely KawPow. This card isn't as good on KawPow. I'm not sure if this is something where you could use one of the older miners and change memory straps or something like that, but we only got 9 megahash at 80 watts, so a little bit lower power draw than the P106, but 0.1125 efficiency is really not all that great. We were still able to get 22 souls on Flux at 77 watts for an efficiency of 0.285. Again, not modern card efficient, but if you just want to stack some Flux, man, that's really not that bad, especially when you consider the cost of these cards these days. This one would probably run you $60, maybe a little bit less. But if you have one from a friend or something like that sitting around in their basement, you might be able to get it for free or cheap. Financial Failure actually sent me over a pile of these, and I'll talk about this at the end of the video, but I'm going to be giving away 4 of these, signed, oh yeah, with stickers. So hang on, that's coming after we get through the hash rates. Moving on to Alephium, we have all that right here. The efficiency is pretty okay on these cards, frankly. I really can't complain too much. They're decent at Blake 3, like fully okay. Ironfish, same thing, still Blake 3. They are looking at changing mining algorithms soon, so I will have to retest a bunch of cards if and when they do that. Radiant, similar, 35 watts, 235 megahash. Really not much hash rate, and the wattage is roughly what you would get from like a 2060 or like a well-tuned 3060, so I don't know, the efficiency of 6.73 isn't that great, but again, the wattage is really low. So if you wanted to just stack some Radiant before that goes, gets completely saturated by FPGAs and or ASICs, might not be a terrible play, not sure. Caspa, again, irrelevant, but there are the results, the same as the P106. Dynex, we got up to 28 efficiency, which is really good for an NVIDIA card. Like, full stop. This is where it actually gets as efficient as, a last gen, still really modern GPU. We hit 28 hash to watt on this, so 68 watts at almost 2 kilosouls. So that was with a 1480 core lock, a 200 core offset, and then we locked the memory at 4000. This is just like the P106, where you actually have to lock the memory and apply a memory offset at the same time to get the maximum performance out of it, but it took the full VBIOS, the slider all the way to the maximum, so the memory is actually pretty good on these still for GDDR5. Ergo, 43 megahash at 55 watts, looking at 0.796. Again, not bad. More modern GPU, we'd be looking at 1 megahash per watt, and this is 0.8 of that, so honestly, memory, not terrible. I did test PGNcoin on it because Retro Mike was in the live chat when I initially tested this card. Efficiency, I can't remember if this is good or not, but we did 7.4 megahash at 65 watts. I think that's reasonable. So again, PGNcoin is not a widely known or mined coin right now, so you could probably stack a good amount of it if you believe in the project, which may or may not have its value to you. ETC/ETHhash. So Ethereum Classic, Expanse, I think. Yeah, Expanse I think is correct. Even Ethereum is going to be largely the same hash rate here, so this doesn't go quite as hard as a P106, but it does take a little bit less power. So we're looking at very similar efficiency, but our most efficient tune, we're looking at 0.311 efficiency, maximum hash rate looking at 0.308. Again, it's reasonable. We'd be looking at 0.5 for a really good card, like a 3070, but for a 10 series card, I'm actually pretty impressed with how that held up. And then Kylacoin. This is actually the only GPU I've tested Kyla on so far. Again, when we were testing this initially, I had a request in chat, so I got somebody else's wallet and pool information, and we threw it in here. So I don't know what good efficiency is on Kyla, but you can see all the settings right here. This is exactly what I did to test with. Sorry, that was off screen for a second, but yep, Kyla's the last thing. So again, honestly, for the price you pay for these cards, the performance is pretty good. The efficiency just isn't there. So really, I think personally, I would buy these myself for spec mining. So throwing them on brand new projects, one card at a time, just to stack some in case it's worth some money in the future. Or if you have basically free power. So if you're just starting off and you're in mom's basement, as long as they're chill with you burning some power, you can build a rig of this kind of thing for pretty cheap. So just a thought, just a thought. But anyway, I want to get back to the giveaway. So let me shut this bad boy down. And let me go over all that with you. Here is our card. Look at this beauty, huh? You will notice that there were some LEDs in the fan. We determined during the hash rate test that they were actually temperature sensitive. So during like KawPow, they were actually going green. But the card does have a good I/O assortment. Looks like 3 display ports, 1 HDMI, and a DVI dual link. Single 8-pin power connector, so it's actually got a higher power limit than most 1060s. No backplate, but the shroud is metal, and you can see that not only Ovalbore Tech has signed it, but Financial Failure has as well. So you'll get one of these bad boys and a sticker from each one of us. I will ship it to anywhere in the United States, even Hawaii or Alaska. But yeah, if you're anywhere else, as long as you're willing to pay shipping, I guess I'll send it anywhere in the world, but really I think the contest, since it's through Gleam, is limited to the US. So anyway, that is the actual card, or at least one of the 4 that you will be entering for. No purchase necessary or anything like that, but I will drop the link to this old Gleam deal in here. All you got to do to enter, you've worked at Gleam before, just come through here, click these, it'll redirect you to subscribe to me, to Financial Failure, and then also to the meter box, since the meter box kindly allowed me to use his premium Gleam account. So head on over to the link down below. Feel free to share with all your friends. This contest will go until October 20th. And at that time, everything will close. I will get an email with all of the email addresses, I guess, of the winners. I will reach out to you, and I will ship you the cards. So I will make sure that they're working beforehand, but the card that I hash rate tested with will be this exact unit. So your results may vary a little bit. Obviously, all this and that, but make sure to sign up for it, share it with friends. Like I said, it's a free GPU. It may not be the newest thing in the world, but have some fun with it.